Hello guys, this is theradman, and this is a Mindcrack Feed the Beast episode, probably like 10, and well, you're probably thinking, okay, so it happened again. Well, it happened again, except with the zombie. Yeah, he's back there, don't you worry about him. He's back there. He's just... You might have caught a glimpse of him. Where'd you go, you little bugger? Oh, anyway, we'll just leave him alone. Oh, is he finding a way to me? That little bugger. Is he really gonna find a way to me? Because I built this cobblestone wall around the mob system just for this purpose. Okay, I wish I had like a jetpack or something, but I haven't had time to make one. Just use dirt, I guess. Hello, Mr. Zombie. There you are. See, right there. That little bugger, if he would have been a creeper, could have caused me so much trouble. But it looks like it's fixed, because as long as they can't get out, and I don't relog 100 and however many mobs there are in that mob evader times, I don't think we'll have any issues. So I'm going to show you what's changed. Obviously barrels and a giant underground room, but first we'll get to that in a minute. First I'm going to show you everything above ground. I made these goggles of revealing. I'll show you. I might show you the crafting recipe later. You have to use the Thaumonomicon to get these, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I think anything in blue means that it has a special crafting recipe that is not a normal one. So you can't make this. You have to craft it using an infusion crafting table like mine. And I really need to replace this wand because it's not really big enough. And what I like about this is it shows you all, I think these are called essentia, how much essentia you have. And as you can see, I have a good amount of essentia. And then I got some sitting in these, I think they're called arcane embellics or something. Embellics, something. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out something about this little farm, or just deactivate it a while, I think, because it's kind of filling up a little bit quickly. I can take this. Sorry, I haven't done any maintenance on this farm in a while, so I'm a teeny bit behind. That's not it. What is this? This is the mat. This is the book stuff. Okay, I know I filled up the book stuff once, but I don't ever think I made a new one. Okay, there we go. So yeah. What we're going to be doing this episode is I'm going to show you basically what's happened for, I think it's been like 5 days since I recorded an episode, but I have been like consistently working on stuff, not just doing nothing. So one thing I did obviously is this cobblestone wall. You just put a junk item in here, push the button. Oh yeah, I added this obsidian pipe. Can't remember if I added it during an episode, so I'll tell you about it. All it does is it makes it so that you can easily just walk up, chuck an item, push a button, and it works. Now, if you'll notice, I think even if we left this here for an infinite amount of time, it would never spawn more, because we've currently reached the hostile mob cap, and now that I'm killing them, you can see they're all spawning underground. Hopefully none of them will spawn on my, in the tree farm, because that's a big pain in the butt whenever that happens. And as you can see, the mob farm is working great. I believe this is gunpowder. That's rotten flesh. This must be gunpowder then. Bones. Arrows. Okay. Gunpowder. Bones. Arrows. Sorry. Full inventory. I'll explain what that's about. I also upgraded my inventory here. This is going to be like my just on-hand stuff, and this is an unsorted chest of stuff. Yeah. Got some tracks. I'm gonna try and get into Traincraft stuff, because I have this table, but I have no idea what it expects, because it wants a chimney for this number 2 thing, but it doesn't tell you any. I don't know how you're supposed to discover recipes is the problem. I don't know any. So yeah, I'll have to experiment with that a little bit off camera. Made an apiary. You can see it's a little, it's pretty good. I don't know why I'm making rocky combs. And over here we got a centrifuge. This machine just takes combs. I'll just show you what it does. Wrong one. Oh yeah. And I need more frames. Are you kidding me? Here we are. And if you're wondering what these frames are, by the way, if you don't have any frames, there's almost no chance that you'll actually get any honeycombs or anything out of your apiary. Now, apiaries are kind of expensive to make, so I'll show you how. Oh yeah, and I did find out what you do with beehives on my own. It's called a scoop. And you hit it with it until it breaks, and it'll give you something. Now, this is kind of an annoying thing to make, because and if you're wondering, you'll probably say, well, most people would have like 2 or 3. Well, here's the fact of it, guys. I made this one, and then someone blew my carpenter up, called a creeper. And I'm just powering the centrifuge with a redstone engine, so this will climb. It might even process one now, but usually what happens is it climbs like right to where it needs to be to process one, but then it kind of dies because it doesn't. This redstone engine outputs a very, very low amount of energy to this, so it'll take it a while. And this is like my baby right now. This is like my best friend, and this is my second best friend. Crap. Did we fill up the wood barrel? Of course we filled up the wood barrel. That's why there's charcoal out in front, guys. I filled up my wood barrels again. Again. Oh my gosh. So this is one of the problems we're going to be addressing today. The fact that there's wood all over the place. And we're gonna actually, I'll show you what that underground thing is now, because as long as there's wood spewing everywhere, I am gonna be a little bit distracted. So this, I am going to give it some snappy nickname now. Later, but for now it is the underground storage area to relieve congestion. So not really. We'll name it later. It also might become home base. Who knows? The main purpose of this area is to store items that I don't need or I have too much of. Like you can see, I have 6 barrels of cobblestone. I don't have the capacity for that up here. This is more like items that I might need, but I don't have too many of. Yeah, that's how this will work. Sorry, I just have to really quickly pick up this wood so we don't lag out because of it. I think that's all the wood. Okay, so I'll show you what's new. You can see got a golden conductive pipe and an old stone one. And got more electrical engines, which I definitely needed, and I'll explain that in 1 minute. As you can see, we've got our quarry here, and it is crap. It is filled up. That's the thing about trying to carry processing stuff. You run out of inventory. And if you're wondering why I have so much like random seeming dust and copper and all this stuff, this is because I was actually working on processing stuff. I'll just stick that in there, because this is what happens if I don't keep the chests empty, and potentially what'll happen is it won't be cobblestone. It'll actually be items that I want. because honestly, by this point, I don't really want cobblestone. We're gonna remove at least a stack or two of items that probably don't need to be in there. Leave the coal. Hopefully we can. We need to clear as much space as we can in those chests, because this is like the 10th time that's happened. Oh, yay! We started our next barrel. Achievement get. Not really, guys. Yeah. I believe that I made 5 more electrical engines, which was kind of expensive. I'll just show you the crafting recipe for those, because I don't believe I showed it when I actually made the first few. As you can see, it takes a lot of tin, and a piston, and glass, and tin gears are just stone gears with tin. Almost every gear has to be stone or higher before you can put that ingot around it to make it that gear. Yeah. And I don't have an assembly machine, so we're not going to worry about those. This is the problem child. This is like, that is my one chest that always seems to overflow no matter what I do to try and prevent it. Okay. And I like how I can just come up to the barrels and hold right click. And if it can place stuff, it will, as you can see. I'm not going to replace everything. I don't know why I'd have refined iron on me. Yeah, because what all that inventory space was about earlier is that I'm actually trying to process stuff right now. So I really don't want this in my inventory. We'll just chuck it in there because I'll process it down. But not right now. Okay, that's pretty much enough. I'm hoping this quarry's almost done, by the way. You have no idea how long I've been sitting here babysitting this. Yeah, it works well. I like it, though. It's just kind of an inconvenience when you're trying to get stuff done and you have to constantly stop and say, have I checked the quarry? Is it going to be spewing items onto the ground today? And more often than not, the answer is yes, and it probably has been for a few, not hours, but at least a few minutes. I have lost some items due to that, though, which is why I'm kind of trying to focus on it and fix it, because it's annoying. Ideally, what I'd like to have happen is I'd like to have a sorting system, but those, depending on how you make them, can take up quite a bit of space. And oh my gosh, another barrel. This is why I need a sorting system, guys. I need like bulk storage. And when I say bulk, I'm talking a row, like a wall of these things. Now, I do plan on expanding this place, but I'll just give you a little tour really quickly. I just used a wand of excavation, kind of excavated all the way around my island, except where the mob system is, because that's just dangerous. Just to kind of experiment and see how much space I had to work with, and what I plan on doing now is working my way down to bedrock, or at least somewhere near there, and that way it'll give us a lot of open spaces. If I make a jetpack, it'll be even better, and then we can just experiment around with all that open space. So yeah, I hope you guys will like the idea, and I hope it'll come out good. After I refine it a little more, I'll probably tell you guys a little more about what I have planned for it. But currently, I need to just do a lot of digging, so I don't see why I do that on camera, guys. It'll be really boring unless I find some way to make it more interesting, which I don't know if I can do, because it's going to be a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work. Okay. So you're probably wondering, well, why do you have so many, like, Why do you have this dust stuff on you, and where did it come from? Well, I'll show you. Oh yeah, and I've kind of banned this thing in my world for a while. Why? Because I'll show you. If you'll pay attention to this little meter down here, it says 368 out of 376 for my area, and for my flux, which I can only assume is ZF, it's moderate. So if I throw a dust in, it puts out gold, right? Well, that's not so bad, but look, it's down to 367, so that means that all I would have to do is put 300 items through this, and you've already got so low of magic in the area, it's not even funny. And this is my macerator. If you remember, this is one of the first machines I ever had here. So, yeah, I gave it an overclocker. We'll see. They're a little bit expensive, not too bad. Just electronic circuits, but almost everything takes electronic circuits. And the 10K coolant cell, which is just tin around like a water bottle, a water can. I don't know if a bucket works. Yeah, it's really easy to make. Sorry, I just need to check this. I put creosote bottles, so now I get automatic creosote, and I've just been putting my creosote in here. I mean my coal coke, and I think I put some creosote bottles in there. So what happens here is I manually put in all of this ore, and then I take it out. What I'd like to happen is I put all this ore in a chest, and it all goes and gets processed, and I don't even have to look at it. Now that will take a while, I will admit, to make. What I would like to do, guys, is my ultimate goal is to have a storage system that is like not even funny how efficient it is. I mean, like, it will use it can place almost any item anywhere that I want it, and all I have to do is tell it where to put it. Now that might sound very ambitious to you, but I've played Tekkit, and I don't know how many of the mods this contains that are included in Tekkit, but I believe that the fact that we have retrievers indicates that the mod pack that has retrievers, by the way, has a lot of other mods that are just useful for building stuff like sorting systems, so I don't think it'll be too hard. So now I'll show you what else I've got. Got an iron tank for apple juice, because with only one fermenter I don't get too much biomass, and I have two biogenerators, so they produce a little bit of power. If I disconnect this one pipe, though, what happens is it actually backs up the pipe after a while, so I have both of them running for that reason. But yeah, with more fermenters, we'd be able to make a stockpile of biomass. But I don't want to have like tons of glass tubes, or I think these are called tanks. I don't want 100 tanks high in the sky, because that's not very useful, because it takes a while to fill up, and it takes a while to drain. It took forever to drain that much apple juice from this tank, which was almost all the way to the top, with a redstone engine. And if you're probably yelling at your thing, just make a Stirling engine. Well, I don't like Stirling engines. I've blown many of them up, and this is a lot of costly material in a small space. So yeah, this is a plate bending machine. I've been using it to make rails now, because my rolling machine, its power source is being taken by the squeezer. I've got, I believe, 5 generators, and I just to change this for the better, moved back the relay, and I'm trying to get it to use wood because of my wood crisis. It's full again. Are you kidding me? Take. Okay. Anyway, So what this does is it automatically will refill up these. The wood will work in here also. I'm thinking of taking this out though, because I am honestly sick of it. Because I always have to monitor this stupid charcoal. And yeah, it's not using as much as I'd hoped, so I'm kind of thinking of just taking it out and switching to another type of power and not having to worry about it. But I'm going to leave it for now because I need to actually experiment and see what'll work best for me. But I'm 90% sure that's not going to work for much longer. And you can see it's kind of nice. I can just, oops, this is that old mine shaft, by the way. If you remember, there used to be like a little teeny tiny mine shaft that I used to get, I always do that I used to get down to my first cave system. It got inundated by this though. It got taken over. It actually runs right across the path of the elevator, so it's dead. I'm gonna fill it in probably. Oh crap, don't lag. Sorry guys, but trust me, with all this stuff running, it will lag out my game quite a bit, and rain only adds to that. In fact, I wish I had a rainmaker. I believe this pack does have it because I saw Etho use it. Rainmaker, there it is. Kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt to make. I don't know what a hardening case. Okay, we're not getting a rainmaker. Because I don't have a carpenter for one thing, and are you kidding me? A diamond, 4 diamonds. No matter how much I'd like to control the weather, I really don't want to spend 4 diamonds because I don't have 4 diamonds. I have iron up the wazoo, a good stockpile of gold, but not diamonds. Oh yeah, and for those of you who are saying, well, why are you running this tin and stuff through the mace trader? Well, look at that, it gives me 2 for every 1 I put in. So it's I get a 50% increase from everything I put in, which is nice, and I like, because I could just chuck it all on the top of this, but then I'm losing out on half my ores, and I don't like doing that, because usually what'll happen is I'll find a bunch of ores at once, think, oh, I'll just stick them in a furnace, and then I won't find any more ores for a while, and I'm like, why'd I stick them in a furnace? And I'll show you guys. This is the charcoal supply for this. It needs more bones though. And as you can see, this is actually a really compact power system. I just went down here, added more electrical wooden pipes, or however you word that. 1 for each new engine. I think there are 5 there. 1, 2. I know I made 6 or something like that. Biomass is pulled out of the fermenter. Fermenter's kept full through a relay, and it's also kept full by a hidden relay for mulch. Just chuck it in here. It does take a while to use up the mulch. So if you have a lot of apples, you don't necessarily have to squeeze them all the time. I would have a mulch like mass storage or something, because I think when you're running 2 fermenters, this would get eaten up pretty quickly. So yeah, this is a pretty efficient little power setup. 4 generators. I accidentally mistold you there. I for some reason thought I had more or less, whatever I said. If you can't tell, it's kind of early in the morning, and I'm trying to be happy because I want to get this episode out, because channel views have been dwindling a little, and when your channel is as small as mine is, I get worried about that, because I have honestly tried to make this a fun channel to watch and a family friendly one, and when people stop watching, it worries me. And I'm gonna probably be starting up a vanilla series just because one of my friends was actually able to finally get a friend of his to come through. Because me and Irksome from Team Fortress have been talking about it, and I don't know if one of my other friends has ever been on camera when I've talked to him while I've been setting up episodes, but I don't think I've ever talked to him during an episode. But yeah, one of my other friends, he does have a server, but I'm not sure if we're gonna use it because it's been having technical difficulties. But yeah, I will be starting up a vanilla series. It just kind of depends on circumstances out of my control when, though. Because I don't want to do a single player, guys. One single player series is enough, and the farming sim is really enough. Because honestly, at the point I'm at, it is boring to play. But trust me, once we get past that place we're at, it'll be more interesting. And just so you know, don't expect this to eat up all your saplings. Don't even kid yourself. Even my small tree farm produces a lot more saplings, wood, and almost everything else than I could use probably in a year. Honestly, but it's okay. It uses as much as it can, and the rest I can just store in barrels downstairs. I gotta do something about this. This is not good. We're just gonna steal some of these. Anyway, so that's my power setup. I'll show you the other new thing I've made. Here's the issue though. The way that it's set up, there's no off switch. That's the other thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to make there be an off switch to like the quarry and stuff, because I made the mistake of working on this and leaving this running. Never, never, never do that, guys. It will come back to bite you. And if you're wondering how these are controlled, they're just copper cable or wire. Insulated copper cable to all of them, levers on top. Just come along and turn them all off, and this will, you'll see just how much power these were actually using up in just a second. Go. Okay. Are you still running? I think you are still running. Yeah, nope, they're all off. If we go over here, you'll see, I think in just a minute these generators will turn off. Yeah, the biogenerators are starting to build up a charge, or at least one of them is, which means that they've got excess energy. Oh yeah, the generators just shut off. So it's a pretty nice little system because it can it doesn't overpower itself. Now the only thing left running is the macerator and this little fermenter. Now, I don't think it'll hurt anything if we just leave it, and I know the macerator, it won't do anything. And we're gonna go after we check the furnace. I need to make more than one furnace, guys, but I'm just too lazy. We will need a boat where we're going. I get like 3 or 5, I guess. We're just gonna stick probably silver or iron into this, and then we'll just go. And then when we come back, this will hopefully be good, and then we can just put more in it. I hate how long it takes to smelt stuff, just because when you're waiting for it, it's like, come on, come on, come on, come on. Forever, forever, forever. And if you're wondering why I don't just store the dusts, it's because the current size that I have that set up, I can't afford more than 1 barrel for anything except cobblestone, wood, and dirt. Because I just don't have enough barrels. Anyway, this is like the thing that's eaten up the 5 days, or at least 2 of the 5 days. This is an Eats Road. If you haven't ever seen it, I don't blame you. If you've ever watched Etho's first season Let's Play, though, you'll know what this is. Get out, get out, get out. This is what he made in his first season LP. It's actually what made him famous on YouTube. It's a little thing of his invention called an Eats Road. Or I call it a boat road. Can't remember what Eats stands for, though. That's why I just called it a boat road. As you can see, it's basically a trough with water. It's designed to have like 2 blocks high on this side and like ladders. But for my purposes, it works just fine like this. And can I break this boat ahead of me because it's in the way? Aw, you little bears. Little bugger. I'm over 800. I'm just gonna run back home real quick. And as you can see, I've got some torches on it. I just finished it yesterday, which is why it isn't two blocks high yet. I will make it 2 blocks high probably. It's just kind of annoying because it's a really long thing. It ate up almost I think it ate up definitely almost 2 barrels of cobblestone just to make this what's here, and you haven't even seen all the way to the end, let alone I can get in while it's slow. That's the nice thing. The other end doesn't have that little slow water break, but it's also more prone to breakage, but it goes faster. And yep, there's the desert. I can't remember if I did this on camera, but I went in a boat, luckily, that far for a desert. And now I have it's not a barrel full, but it's part of a barrel, and then I have a barrel sitting over there almost full of sand, so it's been worth it. I did break my nice wand of excavation, though, accidentally, because I wasn't paying attention, but I remade it. I named it the Potato Dominator 2, because that's what I renamed my first one before it broke. Just because I have so many of those lying around that if I don't name them, I'll probably end up using a different one, just because sometimes I don't pay attention to the enchantments, only the name. And this is quite a long boat ride, but I didn't really want to invest 900 minecart tracks, because I figured out that's about the total distance of blocks this was away from the desert, and yeah. Plus, I wanted kind of a big project to do because I don't really have an excuse. I haven't really been that active on YouTube for a while. So I wanted a project that would take some time, but still be within like reason. But finishing up this, I made Coming Back, which is that water stream over there. I made that first. By the time I got this done, though, I was so sick of boats and pressure plates. And all this design is, you guys, is what's called an easy loader, which is at the start. I'll probably go into creative at the end of this episode and show you how to make one. And 2 water source blocks side by side, you go 3 blocks and pressure plates, and that just repeats until the end of the road. Now, if you aren't careful, you'll kill yourself when you get off these, because I think the ladders prevent that, but I'm not certain, because the first time I took this boat road to the other side, it killed me, and I'll show you why and how I fixed it. And I don't think I had it over here. I don't think I fixed it over here, but I don't think it kills me in the first place, because oh yeah, I have a backwards flowing water stream, and that just lets me land like right on land. It slows down the boat enough that it won't break, though. Then if you don't have, I need to refill this. If you don't have multiple boats on you, this is the one that likes to break boats, though, so beware. Yeah, you can see. You have to place it just right, and I'm not sure how to fix it, because, yeah. I can make some more pressure plates. I don't want to cover up any water sources though, because I don't have any water. If I do this, will it work? And I don't have that many boats. Nope. I think these pressure plates are actually the problem, but they need to be there, and it's pushing it into a wall. That's also part of the problem. There's like a technique you have to do to not break them, and obviously I don't know it. I really don't want to have to swim back though. Really don't want to have to swim back, because I did that like 10 times while I was building the road. This is gonna break. This is gonna break. This is gonna break. No, come to me. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Yes. So yeah, if you do it right, they don't break. I need to actually use this footage that I just recorded to actually make one on this side, because they are not the same design. They work the same way, but obviously the design at the other end works better. I think that's everything I've done. This, yeah, like I said, this took up the majority of the time. And I will try and get kind of a regular upload schedule going, but if it doesn't happen, don't get mad. It's just, I have like school going on right now, and it is insane how much homework I have some nights. And yeah, but I find time to record every now and then. And work's also starting. I don't work in the winter because I work on a farm. Part-time, full-time I should say. But I get paid like monthly. Yeah. Work started again, so it'll just take up a lot of time. But I enjoy working, and honestly I'd rather do work sometimes than Minecraft, but I will record whenever I can. And like I said, I'm gonna be trying to start a new vanilla series soon. Hopefully that'll happen, because I would like to have it happen. Trying to think. I don't really want to cut, because the last time I cut, my microphone cut out, which was more inconvenience than anything else, but I don't want it to happen again. But I'm pretty sure we've reached that special time when I've got to go, and we're over 300 blocks from home. So I don't want to call it an end, because I want to show you guys how to make a boat loader. So we'll just wait till the end, actually. Then I'll call it an end. Call it an end at the end. And if you're wondering why the boat road stops where it stops, it's because when I first built the loader and this exit, I had a quarry there, but it finished up sometime while I was working. And as you can see, I don't have any ladders on this sector yet, or area or whatever. And we're gonna go shooting out the end. That decelerated the boat enough that it would never break against the quarry wall. And now we just come here, punch the boat a little, and get the boat. I'm going to add a barrel on this side for boats, just because it's kind of inconvenient to have to bring your own. But the basic idea of an easy loader is this design, which is the one that breaks boats least, is you have a water source block in the corner, have another 1, 2, 3 blocks to this side, and then you just do a diagonal pattern to here where it narrows down to 2. And then you have a diagonal water stream that aligns your boat, and then this helps. My problem here was it was pushing it into the wall, and then it was breaking when it contacted anything like a pressure plate. So what this does is it helps it transition. I'll just show you, because I have a boat. I think we can place it anywhere and it'll work. See, it doesn't have a chance to get to the wall, whereas on the other one it can get right into the wall, and then it hits a pressure plate, which is what breaks it. I'll have to look at making that one like this one. But yeah, that's the design. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try and be more active. I'm going to power up my quarry now. Or actually, This is my problem. There's so much ores constantly coming in from this quarry, which is nice, but it hasn't even reached diamond level yet. And what I really want is diamonds, just because they are like, everyone says they're a girl's best friend, but really they're my best friend. Do you know why? Because they make me upgraded equipment, which I don't have, which I like. But anyway, that's all for this episode, guys. I gotta get this stupid situation situated soon. So that will be all for this episode. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.